All right, welcome back for another a little more intense video. We're going to do some partial sun salutes, and we're going to use full planks and side planks. We're also going to use sunflower squats. So that's going to work your inner hips a little bit if you want to prepare to do some running. So we're going to do core, we're going to do hips, we're going to do some back, and we're going to do some stretching. We're going to start today over on all fours with cat and cow. So bringing those knees right underneath the hips, the wrists right under the shoulders, fingers spread wide. We'll inhale, roll the spine down, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, roll the spine up, tuck the chin, squeeze the belly in. And we'll just flow through a few times at your own pace, following the breath. Let's do one more. And then we're going to move into our child's pose. We're going to do an extended child's pose. So we're going to point our toes behind us. Bring our knees nice and wide. Sit the hips back. And we're going to stretch our arms forward and really sink towards the mat. Open up those hips because we're going to use them a little bit later. Let's try to breathe along the spine from the tailbone up into the ribs, up into the shoulders. And just use your breath to open up the back, open up the hips. Open up our side waist a little bit. Let's walk our arms over to the right, stretching through the left side of the body. And try to breathe into those side ribs. Walk it over to the left, stretching through the right side of the body. Same thing, try to breathe into the ribs, open up the shoulder as well. And we'll bring it back to center, back up to all fours. Bring your knees back under your hips, wrists under your shoulders, and we'll curl the toes under. We're going to start to activate our core with some spinal balance. Again, check your alignment. Make sure your weight goes across your hands, belly pulled in. We're going to bring that right arm out in front of us, thumb up, left leg behind us, toes down. Nice strong core, keep breathing. All right, bring it down. Check your alignment, and then we'll switch it right around. Left arm forward, right leg behind you, toes down, thumb up. Bring it down. All right, we're going to point our toes behind us, sit our hips back, coming into our child's pose, stretching the arms forward, spreading the fingers wide. Going to move into our modified flow. Let's start with a deep breath in. Exhale, pivot out, kneeling plank. Then we're going to lower halfway down. Release all the way to the mat. Lift through the heart using our strong backs. Release back down. Press back, child's pose. Pivoting forward. Lowering halfway down. Releasing to the mat. Lifting through the heart. Coming back down. Pressing back. And coming out, kneeling plank. Lowering halfway down. Coming to the mat. Lifting through the heart. Lowering back down. Pressing back. Let's do 2 more. Coming out. Lowering halfway down. Coming to the mat. Lifting through the heart. Back down. Last one. And back to child's pose. Pivoting out. Lowering halfway down. Releasing to the mat. Lifting through the heart. Releasing back down. Finding your child's pose. Take a moment to settle into child's pose. Check on your back, check on your hips, your shoulders. Maybe rock it around a little bit. All right, we're going to come up to all fours. We're going to walk 1 foot forward, then the other, coming into our forward fold. Bend the knees, soften the neck, soften the shoulders, and just sway side to side a few times. Loosen everything up. Coming to center, we're going to slowly come on up to standing. Let's make sure those blocks are over to our sides. We can even turn them the long way. And we're going to come to the length of our mat. And we're going to do our sunflower squat. So we're going to step our feet nice and wide. Don't go any wider than your wrists when you extend wide. Then you're going to turn your feet out about 45 degrees. All right, we're going to reach our arms up towards the corners of your room. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit back through your hips so your knees come over your ankles. Pivot forward, scoop with your arms. And then inhale, come on up. Exhale, squatting down, pivoting forward, scooping with your arms. Inhale up. 1 more. And we'll come on up. All right, we're going to try that half moon. We're going to turn our right foot out towards that right block. And then we're going to do like a cartwheel. So we're going to come out towards that right foot and balance on the right side of the body, lifting through the left. Remember, you can do a standing split instead. We'll bring it back down. Let's find our alignment for that wide squat again. So feet are wide, feet are pointed out, arms towards the corners of the room. Deep breath in, exhale, squatting down, pivoting forward, scooping with the arms. Inhale up, exhale, pivoting forward. Inhale up, 1 more. And back up. All right, we're going to switch it around. So your left foot now turns out towards that other block. And we can use that for a little extra space. Do a little half cartwheel. And lifting up through the right side of the body. and we'll release it back down. Now we'll go ahead and step up to the top of our mat, and we'll go into our sun salutes. Remember, we're just going to use partial sun salutes. I'm just going to remove the blocks so I don't run into them. All right, we're going to start with that extension, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, go ahead and fold forward. We're going to lift about halfway up, squeezing our shoulder blades back, nice flat back. And go ahead and fold forward. We're going to step our right foot back, going for a long, strong lunge. And bring your hands to the mat. Step that left foot back. Bring your hips up, press your heels down. Stretch those calves in your downward dog. And we're going to pivot out. Find that strong plank, belly pulled in. Hold here for a couple of breaths. All right, we're going to roll on to the right side of the body, lifting through the left. Side plank. Bring it back to center, full plank. Check your alignment. Roll on to the left side of the body. Lift through the right. Bring it back to center. All right, we're going to step back up into our lunge. Remember, you can take a couple steps to get there. So right foot steps forward, and the left, forward fold. Just hang out here, nice and soft. Let the back release. And bend your knees, sweep up to standing. And sit back through your hips, knees over those ankles. Sweep back up to standing. We're going to do that again. Deep breath in, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway up, flat back, shoulders squeeze back. And fold. All right, just switching sides. The left foot steps back this time. Hands come to the mat. Right foot steps back, hips lift, heels draw down. Maybe bend the knees a little bit. Try to stretch out those calves. And then we'll pivot out, plank. Okay, those shoulders should be over the wrists. Fingers spread nice and wide. Belly tucked in. Rolling onto the left side. Lifting through the right, that side plank. And then over to the right. Something's biting me, sorry. All right. Rolling onto the right side of the body. Lifting through the left. Back to center. All right, we're going to step it into that lunge. Remember, you can take a couple steps here. Left foot forward, right foot forward, and just hang it out a little bit here. Woo. Let your back release. Bend your knees, sweep up to standing. Sit back through your hips. Knees stay over the ankles. Pivot back up. All right, hands to heart center. We're going to do some standing pigeon for our balance. So going back into our squat, sitting the hips back, belly pulled in. Put your weight over on your left leg, and that right ankle crosses over. Bring it down, pedal it out a little bit, shake them hips. All right, switch it around. Belly pulls in, sit the hips back, find our squat. Put your weight in your right leg and cross the left ankle over. Try to keep that foot flexed just so we protect our knee. See how I can pedal it out, move it out a little bit. Alright, we're going to fold again. Bring those arms up, bending the knees, folding forward. Shake it out, pedal it out. Try to make sure you release any tension that's built up. And we'll fold it down to the mat. Come over to a seated position. And we're going to finish up on our backs. And you know I use some support. Make sure we protect our backs as we lower down to the mat. And we'll start with knees to chest. Tugging the knees into the chest, rocking the knees side to side, or circling the knees, massaging out the lower back. Got to bring the knees to center, drop our feet to the mat. We're going to warm it up with a little flowing bridge. Arms to your sides. Deep breath in, exhale. Bring those hips up. And then lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Just move at your own pace. Take your time. One more. All right, bring it down. Let's bring those knees back into the chest. And that rocking motion, or circle the knees, massage out your back. All right, knees to center, and then we'll drop both knees over to the right. Rearrange so you feel comfortable in that twist. Try to keep your shoulders down on the mat. That's your anchor. Okay, bring both knees back into your chest and add a little rocking motion or circle the knees. And then we switch around, dropping your knees to the left, and your shoulders are your anchor. Rearrange so you feel comfortable. Go ahead and roll all the way onto that left side and just rest there for a few moments. You can use your arms for support, just slowly lifting off the mat. Finish with a couple deep breaths, checking in. The light in me to the light in you. Namaste.